Now, today is the last day Democrats can try to convince senators that Trump incited an insurrection on January 6th. NBC6's Anna Wernicke is in Washington with more. From the latest coronavirus news, Governor John Bel Edwards continues to stress the importance of getting vaccinated. The Department of Health reports out of nearly 900,000 Louisiana residents who've been fully vaccinated, only 170 still contracted COVID afterwards, putting your odds at catching COVID after being fully vaccinated at 0.02%. City council members in Marshall, Texas decide to delay discussion on an ordinance which would address the city's history of slavery. Councilman Marvin Bonner wants to provide reparations to Black Americans, which could include a formal apology, removal of the Confederate monument, slavery education, and the declaration of Juneteenth as a citywide holiday. The issue was tabled. In Fox Safety in Miller County, Arkansas, deputies are taking part in an effort to step up enforcement of those who are texting while driving. The campaign, in conjunction with the U.S. Department of Highway Traffic Safety Administration, continues through Monday, April 12th. If you're caught texting while driving in Arkansas, authorities say you face a $240 fine.
Sometimes those crashes, they end in just, it's not worth it.
Officials say between 2012 and 2019, over 26,000 people died in crashes involving distracted drivers. In an update now, a fisherman finds the body of a man whose SUV crashed into the spillway at Lake Wright-Patman. The Texas game warden says the body of 23-year-old Armando Valdez was found floating in the water Thursday morning, about half a mile down from the spillway. Valdez disappeared on Easter Sunday. His body has been sent for an autopsy. A man is behind bars after a stolen vehicle call turns into a police chase in Shreveport Thursday. Robert Allen was arrested after leading Shreveport police on a chase through a local Walmart. Police say they approached Allen in the parking lot of the store on Shreveport-Barksdale Highway regarding a stolen vehicle. They say he ran inside the store and threw away multiple illegal guns as he ran. He was quickly arrested and faces several charges. In continuing coverage, a new lawsuit against LSU brings with it some shocking allegations. Fox 33's Abby Roca details an alleged work environment of harassment and retaliation when former coach Les Miles was heading the football program.
A bombshell, 50.
Welcome back at Fox America this morning. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is calling for federal and state investigations after reports of abuse and neglect at a facility for unaccompanied minors in San Antonio. About 1,300 unaccompanied migrant children are currently being housed at the Freeman Coliseum. And as Fox's Carissa Limcol reports, those allegations are putting that facility's future in question.
The Biden administration.
A Shreveport hospital system is reaching out to the public on social media to better help everyone understand the COVID-19 vaccine and the virus itself. Doctors from the Ostra Health System held a Facebook Live Wednesday answering questions from the public. They focused on how the virus is affecting the Black community and helped debunk the myths and misinformation about the virus and the vaccine. They all shared why they received the vaccine and why it's important others should as well. Construction on the brand new VA clinic in Texarkana is over halfway done, and the building is on schedule to be completed this year. NBC6's Sydney Simone brings us an update. And I'm Brad Cesak. Meteorologist Josh Marcis will join us in a few minutes for the first forecast. But first, in our top story this morning, all eyes are on Capitol Hill for the second day of the historic second impeachment trial against former President Donald Trump. Trump is charged with inciting an insurrection on January 6th as Congress was certifying the election results. An update now on a deadly shooting in the Cedar Grove neighborhood. Shreveport police say a homeowner killed an alleged intruder who had shot and injured a woman inside the home on Henderson Avenue. Investigators say the homeowner shot 23-year-old Nicholas Mason in self-defense. Mason died at the scene. No arrests have been made and the homeowner has not been charged. Well, new this morning, 2 people are dead in Webster Parish after an overnight fire. It happened just after 1 this morning. The Cotton Valley Fire Department found a mobile home on fire on the 100 block of Cesak Road. Firefighters eventually located the bodies of 2 people inside. The state's fire marshal's office is investigating. Well, turning now to the latest on the coronavirus, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards receives his first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. His current executive order requiring COVID-19 restrictions is set to expire today. He says phase 2 will continue for an additional 21 days, and he's extending the mask mandate. During Tuesday's briefing, doctors said it's important to get the vaccine even if you've already had COVID-19. Well, in Fox Money, the state of Texas launched a rental relief program to help families affected by the pandemic with assistance on rent and utility payments. The program targets landlords and tenants making at or below 80% of the area median income, and the state will prioritize applicants making below half of the median income, as well as households where Texans are unemployed. Texas will tap into $1 billion from the latest round of federal coronavirus relief funding to pay for this program. Bringing it out to the Caddo Confederate Monument controversy. It's considered a symbol of hate by many, but today it displays a new message. The Confederate monument in front of the Caddo Parish Courthouse is now covered with words dating back to the founding of this country. The Pledge of Allegiance, lift every voice and sing, and God bless America are just some of the messages written across the walls to show inclusion and purpose for all Americans. During the summer months, many protesters gathered around the monument to peacefully protest, but one local leader who sits on the Caddo Parish Commission says it just has too much controversy behind it and people need to feel included. Meanwhile, 1 million COVID vaccines have been delivered to veterans and VA healthcare workers across America, and the VA hospital here in Shreveport has administered more than 5,000 doses. NBC6's Zyneria Bird spoke with one Army veteran that fought in the Vietnam War who says he was excited to get vaccinated. Now, the vaccines are available to veterans 75 years and older or those with serious health issues. The hospital will call to set up your appointment. The Arkansas House has approved stricter voter ID legislation. The proposal passed 75-20 and now heads to the Senate. If passed, the legislation will stop anyone without an ID from casting a ballot, even if they sign a statement. Under current Arkansas law, a voter who does not present photo identification but signs a statement can cast a provisional ballot. Meanwhile, the House Judiciary Committee rejects the Stand Your Ground bill. The bill would have removed the state's duty to retreat, using the state's restrictions on the use of deadly force in self-defense. The bill, which passed the Senate last month, failed on a voice vote. 2 years ago, a similar measure also failed. In Vivian, North Caddo Medical Center distributes 500 doses of the Pfizer vaccine it received from the state. Thursday, 200 were administered in a drive-through clinic. They were given on a first-come, first-served basis. The doses ran out in 2 hours. You can make an appointment with the hospital for future vaccinations, and you can find that information on our website, arklatex-homepage.com. In national headlines, the Senate stayed up all night in a marathon voting spree triggered by Democrats' push to move forward on President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. Washington correspondent Kelly Meyer joins us live with a recap of what happened overnight. Kelly, good morning. What did we find out? Arkansas could see some big changes in the way they get their alcohol and when. Several booze bills are being considered, 2 of them stemming from rules and ideas that have emerged from the pandemic. JBR reports from Little Rock. Now, the bills that were passed now head to the full House for debate.